What's up, guys? I'm Roderick, aka Rodman, and as you can see by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about League of Legends. Now, the 2021 League of Legends season is coming up on us pretty soon, in about 2 weeks or so, and that's going to bring in a lot of new players. And these 5 things that I'm going to talk about are going to be things that me myself as a beginner. Yes, I am a beginner. I only have about 45 games played of League. I'm utter garbage, as you can probably see by the gameplay I'm showing right now. I'm trash. But these are things that I think that a lot of beginners need to know. That's going to drastically help them in the game, and it's going to give them an advantage over a lot of other beginners who are going to come in here completely blind, like I did. So, without further ado, let's get into the 5 things that a fresh League of Legends player needs to know. Now, first, I want to talk about what is League of Legends. League of Legends is a 5v5 MOBA MMO RPG, which the objective is to destroy your enemy's nexus located in the center of their base. Now, that is definitely easier said than done. Oh my gosh. League of Legends games can go upwards to over an hour. Yes, I've played in games that were like 50 minutes to an hour. And it's very intense, a very intense game. At least for me, as a beginner. It's a very intense game. It takes a lot out of you, but it's very rewarding and it's very fun. So moving on into the main 5 things that I believe that League of Legends or new League of Legends players needs to know. The first one has nothing to do with the gameplay, but it is very important. The League of Legends community is very toxic. Let's just cut the BS and just keep it 1,000. The League of Legends community is very toxic. If you're playing poorly, no matter if you're a beginner, intermediate, advanced player, if you're playing poorly, you will have people roasting you. It's almost inevitable, especially if you're a beginner. I had games where I go 0-8, 0-9. And you know that my teammates are letting me know about it. Oh, you're garbage. Oh, uninstall the game. Obviously, they're saying it a lot more mean than that. But, don't let that phase you. Don't let random people on your league team, distract you from having fun. That's really the main purpose of the game. It's a video game. We're supposed to be having fun with it. It's not supposed to be stressful. So that's just a heads up. If you're really easily offended, I would stay away from League of Legends. But if you're not really easily offended, then yeah, go ahead and get it. Now, the next thing that I would like to talk about is a technique called last hitting. Last hitting is a very, very important technique and skill that you need to know as a League of Legends player. So if you don't know what last hitting is pretty much hitting an enemy minion right when they have as much HP where one hit will kill them, if you understand what I'm saying. So this is very good to do for a variety of reasons. One is if you're standing in the middle of whatever your lane is, just attacking one minion over and over and over again, that's going to leave you so open to your enemy champion or the player that you're going against. It's going to leave you so open for them just to run up on you and just destroy you. So pretty much what you're going to be wanting to do is you're going to be wanting to wait until your minions get the enemy minions down to one last hit, and then you come in at the last second and attack that minion. Now, you're going to get the same amount of experience. You're going to get the same amount of gold for doing this. Now, as you kill minions, you're going to get something called a CS. Your CS score is going to go up, and CS stands for creep score. And just pay attention to the creep score. For example, let's say that you're going against a champion and his creep score is 100 and your creep score is 20. More than likely, the guy that you're going against is going to just destroy you because he has more gold than you and he has more items than you. Okay, so now that you understand what last hitting is, I'm going to move on to the next point, and that is, it ties into last hitting too because you're getting gold. And that is to actually remember to buy items. I know that actually in this gameplay that I was just walking around with like 3,500 gold. That is very dangerous to do, especially if you're getting kills. You're gonna lose gold, I believe. I'm not really sure, but yeah, just please remember to buy items. And what I realized you can do is you don't have to just outright buy the item you want. You can buy little sub items to help build you up so you can gradually get stronger over the match. You get what I'm saying? Yes, items are very, very, very crucial. Like in this gameplay, actually, I believe that I was going against a Tryndamere. I was Mordekaiser, and I believe I was like 2 to 3 levels above him. And he had more items than me and better items than me. And I almost lost a fight with him just because of that. Okay, so the next point is going to be warding. Now, this is actually something that I recently just started doing. So believe it or not, warding is very, very, very useful. If you don't know, the League of Legends map is comprised of 3 lanes and a jungle, and in those 3 lanes in the jungle, there are areas that are like tall bushes and tall grass areas that champions can lurk in and you can't see them or attack them. But if you place a ward in that area, you're going to be able to see them and attack them. Now, ward placement is very, very important. I recommend you to put ward placement like in the areas where you can get ganked. And ganking pretty much means that another champion pulls up to your lane for a 2v1 against you. And that's going to allow them to push your tower. And it's very, very annoying. And that's one main reason why I like Mordekaiser so much, is because his ult ability brings you into that death realm where you can 1v1. But anyways, yes, please remember to put your wards down, because if you put your wards down, you're going to be able to see when those ganks are coming and where these champions are, so you can better prepare yourself to push back to your tower or back to your base and buy. These are things that really do separate bad league players from the mediocre league players from the amazing league players, are these little things like ward placements. So the fourth thing that I'm going to mention is understanding the objectives of league. Now, there's a lot of different objectives, so let me just dive right into it. Okay, so if you're a jungler, you're going to want to pay attention to the blue buffs and the red buffs. FYI, I really don't know what a lot of these things do, as I am a new player. But if you're a jungler, your blue buff and your red buff are going to be very important for you to get. So just keep an eye out for those things. Same thing with the scuttle crab. Scuttle crab are these like little things that kind of lurk by where the dragons are. And once you defeat the scuttle crab, I believe your entire team gets enhanced movement speed, which is crazy. It's crazy. I remember one time I was fighting a guy and I was getting destroyed, and somebody killed the scuttle crab and I was able to get away. That's how fast the scuttle crab allows you to move. So the next several things are the elemental dragons, and these are arguably the most important objectives to get, I believe. So first you got your regular dragon, and then you got your infernal drake, you got your mountain drake, you got your cloud drake, you have your ocean drake, and you have your Elder Drake. Now, each Drake has different abilities that they are gonna buff your team with. Like that, the Elder Drake, which is the strongest dragon to get, it does a lot of good things for you. I think I read somewhere it gives you like 40% attack buff, which is just very, very good, obviously. And you know, the other Drakes are going to give you a lot of better things too. A lot of better things. They're going to give you a lot of good things as well. So once your team is fighting these dragons, please make sure you're there so you can help out your team to get these objectives, because they really could change the tide of games, especially that Elder Drake. Moving on to the Rift Herald. Now the Rift Herald is very important. If you don't know what the Rift Herald is, it is pretty much this big bug looking thing, and once you defeat it, somebody can set it onto a tower, and it like charges up, and it charges at the tower. It hits the tower, and it just does massive damage. Like sometimes it can one shot towers if they don't have plating on. It's just crazy. So when you're in that beginning, the first phase of the game, which is the what is it called? Brain fart. It's pretty much where you're trying to get your enemies' towers. The Rift Herald is going to be very, very, very good. So the last objective that is important, or the last objective that I know of that's important, is the Baron Nashor. People just call it Baron for short. Baron, I don't know if it's all that important. Like, please let me know in the comments. And by the way, don't roast me too hard in the comments. I know I might be garbage at the game with this gameplay, but I'm new at the game, so you know, cut me a little bit of slack. And same thing with the information. I'm a new player, so it might be a little bit off. So just correct me in the comment section. I'll definitely accept that. But back to the Baron. The Baron is pretty much like this snake reptile kind of thing, and if you kill it, it pretty much buffs all of your minions, which is very, very useful, because late game minion control and stuff like that can get very, very annoying. So just keep that in mind. So the last thing that I want to talk about is debatably the most important, and that's just getting the dub. I know a lot of League players, they just worry about their KDA or how they're performing individually, but at the end of the day, League of Legends is a team game. So do what you have to do to help your teammates, or put your teammates in good situations. Do what you have to do to help out your team to get the dub, because at the end of the day, you know, you might be smashing on your opponents, but you still might lose. You might have you might go 30-0 and still might lose. So just keep that in mind. You know, don't, especially as a beginner too, like your KDA is going to be garbage. Like I've had several games where I went like 0-7, 0-8, like 10 games in a row, and it's very defeating. But you have to understand that, you know, that's not really what matters the most in League of Legends, from my understanding. So just help your teammate get the dub, especially if they're better than you. Just do what you have to do to help them. But as far as that is pretty much it for this video. These are the things that I believe that are very important for new League of Legends players to understand, especially with the new season coming up very soon. I do recommend getting League of Legends now if you are going to get into it, because we are in the preseason, and that's going to give you like a little bit of practice, because there's new items and whatnot, new champions, or a new champion. That's going to give you practice, so when the new season does start, you're going to have a little bit of a head start compared to some other people. So if you like this video, Consider subscribing, liking this video, and like I said a million times before, since I am a new League of Legends player, let me know some more tips in the comment section below. If you see some things I'm doing wrong in this video that is just super cringe, super bad, please let me know. And if I said anything incorrect in this video, these are just things that I did off the top of the dome pretty much. If there's anything incorrect I said about the tips, please let me know so I can edit this video possibly. And that's pretty much it. So, Rodman out.